Hey y'all, what's good? And welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. Let's remember to have healthy dialogue, be respectful to ourselves and to each other, and to challenge the argument and not the person. Let's get it. Okay, y'all, we are now going to watch the interrogation of Britnee Miller. Britnee Miller is the daughter of Tina Brown. She is now serving a life sentence for the unaliving of Audreanna Zimmerman. Some other key things to take away from this interrogation is take note at how calm Britney is. She is calm and confident. I will say that. She is the only one who, has a injury or had a injury as a result of the beating that they, gave Audriana. Brittany did, I think, break her pinky, and so her alibi at the time was that she was at the hospital, but she didn't tell detectives the exact reason why she was at the hospital. She told them that she had hit her arm or her hand on the wall while inside of the trailer dancing with her friends. Also, Brittany was in charge of discarding the weapons that they used against Audriana. She was responsible for, I guess, trying to set the car on fire to rid the car of the blood that was inside, Audriana's blood. Um, Let me see. I think that's all. A lot of the other details are in the deposition, so I don't wanna give away too much, but just know Brittany was only 16 years old at the time of the crime. She was tried as an adult and is now serving a life sentence for the unaliving of Audriana Zimmerman. So, at the end of this video, that will be that. I hope y'all leave me some comments and let me know what you think, or if you have any questions. Other than that, I will be leaving updates on my community tab and my link to my Patreon if you want to download any of the depositions. The depositions will be available with or without commentary. The ones with commentary will be up under that paywall, or I should say behind the paywall. I'm sorry. And if you want to download the documents for yourself, they will be available on the free members tab. Either way, something will be available for you to keep track of this case. All right. So, again, I appreciate everybody for your engagement, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you guys later. Y'all be easy. Peace.
This is Investigator Robert Guy. We're here today on the 25th of March 2010 at the Sheriff's Office here with a Bridget Miller talking about
It's Brittany.
Britnee Miller, talking about a possible battery that occurred on the 24th. Um, Brittany, could you state your name, please, and spell your last name?
Britnee Miller, Miller.
Okay, and your birthday,
6293.
and an address for you.
904 West Detroit, lot number 3.
Okay, and a good phone number where we can contact you.
I don't know.
You don't have a phone number, somebody we can call if we need to find you?
Um, 850. I really don't know the house number or my cell phone number. 'Cause we just got it. Um,
You don't know it? Do you have anybody else's number where we can call you and contact you?
no.
No? Okay. All right. I'm going to give you this. Sorry. All right. I'm going to read it, go over it, and read it with you at the same time, okay? This is something that we have to do. This protects you more than it does me, okay? This is so you know everything that your rights, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand that? Okay. Anything you say can be used as evidence against you in court. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. You have the right to have a lawyer present while being questioned. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer will be appointed for you without cost before questioning. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you wish to answer any questions now without a lawyer present, You still have the right to stop answering questions at any time. Do you understand that?
Yes.
That means you can start talking with me,
Mm-hmm.
and then if if for some reason you want to stop, you've got that right. Okay? Do you understand all of them?
Yes.
Okay. See where it says signed right there? Need you sign that? And that ain't saying you've done anything. That's just saying that you understand these rights that I have just read to you.
Okay. I have to sign with my left hand.
Okay. What'd you do to your other hand?
I broke my pinky. It's really sloppy.
Yeah, just do the best you can. Okay? And you do understand all that, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
16.
16? Okay. And you know why we're here today? Talking?
Not really.
Why is it that you think you may be here? I know we talked to your mom last night. Did she tell you? What have you been told?
That they think that we did something to our next door neighbor.
To who?
Audreanna.
Audreanna? What is it that you think happened? Have you
That
been
I
told
don't
at
know.
all? Huh?
That I don't know.
Do you know her very well?
Not like that, but yeah.
How do y'all know each other? Just from being neighbors?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all hang around or each other or anything like that?
We used to hang out real good. We used to be real close. And then we just stopped hanging out like that.
Just stopped?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all have any beefs or anything like that?
No. We were talking and laughing and all that yesterday, so.
When was the last time you talked to her?
Yesterday.
No.
Like, school. That's when I seen her. Around 4 o'clock, probably.
Around 4 p.m.?
Yes.
Did you talk to her then?
Yes.
What'd y'all talk about? Do you remember?
Yeah, I asked her where was she going with the bike. She was riding a bike. And I just asked her where was she going with the bike. She said she was just going to ride.
She was on a bike.
Yeah.
How long? Short conversation?
Yeah, it was short. That was it.
Anything else that was said, or y'all just talked about that?
Yep.
Was anybody with you when that happened?
My friend, Mallory.
Who?
Mallory.
Mallory? Do you know her last name?
No.
She go to school with you?
Mm-mm.
How do we find her?
She's at my house.
She live with you? Huh?
No.
Where does Mallory live?
She lives in Inslee, behind E&E.
Behind where?
Oh, she lives in Inslee behind the hair store.
Behind the hair store?
Yes.
You don't know what road?
No. I think it's just on Inslee Road.
On Inslee Street?
Yeah.
So she was with you when you spoke with her?
Mm.
Did she say anything to her?
Mm-mm.
And it was just about what she was doing on the bike?
Mm-hmm.
And again, what did she tell you after?
She said that she was just going riding. That's it.
And this was after school?
Mm.
Did you get off the bus or something?
Yes, I got off the bus and I was walking home, and that's when I seen her when I was walking home.
Just casual conversation. You see her anymore that day? Okay. Let's just go through that day the best we can. Yesterday, okay? You get off the bus from school. Does Mallory go to school with you?
No.
How'd you run into her?
She came to my house. She walked to my house from her house.
So you met her at your house?
Mm-hmm.
What school does she go to?
She's homeschooled.
She's homeschooled? So you met her at the house, and then y'all went walking?
No, we didn't go anywhere. We just stayed at the house.
Well, when did you see?
I seen Audreanna when I went outside to meet Mallory, like outside of my porch, when she came outside to my porch.
I got you.
Mallory.
She was just riding a bike,
Mm-hmm.
and you said hi.
Mm.
Okay. After that, what'd y'all do?
Went in the house, and I started braiding my mom's hair. And then that's when my other friend came over and lived next door to me. And she started saying I was hurting her head and stuff, so we stopped. And then she left to go down to Heather's house, and me and my other friends, we just stayed there. We was listening to music, danced, watching movies.
Who was at the house with you dancing and watching movies?
Mallory and Jessica.
Mallory and Jessica? Is that it?
Yep.
Do you know Jessica's last name?
Mm-hmm.
You know where she lives?
She lives next door.
She's a neighbor?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Do you remember about what time that was?
It had to be around 5 at the time, 5.
Around 5 p.m.?
Yeah.
Dancing and singing?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, just having a good
Watching
time?
movies, yeah.
All right. What happened from there?
And that's it. That's all we did for us tonight. That's what we do every day, just about.
About what time did everybody leave?
They stayed the night. Mallory stayed the night, but Jessica, she went home. She went home about, I want to say 6 o'clock in the morning because we was at the hospital.
Because your hand?
Yeah.
So Jessica went home about 6 a.m.?
Yes.
Did she have school?
I don't know what's going on with her with school.
Now, does she go to school with you also?
No, she doesn't go to the same school I go to.
Do you know where she goes?
She's supposed to be going to Tate, but she's trying to get into George Stone, I guess.
So maybe Tate.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so Jessica goes home around 6.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Mallory?
She stayed the night.
Mallory stayed.
Mhm.
When did you leave your house to go to the... did you hurt your hand last night?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how that happened.
Mallory, we were in my room cleaning up my room, and I asked Mallory to toss me my keys, and when she went to toss it, I went like that to try to catch them, and that's when I hit like the corner of the door right there, and that's how I broke it.
In your bedroom?
Mm-hmm.
About what time did that happen?
Around 1 o'clock, 1:30, and that's when we left to go to the emergency room.
About 1 or 1:30?
Mm-hmm. And that's when I went to the house, and I told my mom I messed up my arm, and she told me to just go ahead and drive myself to the hospital.
So you took yourself up there?
Yes.
Did anybody go with you?
Jessica and Mallory, because they knew the way. I didn't know the way.
So both of them went to the hospital with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you talked to your mom about hurting your hand before you left?
Mm-hmm. I told her I went down, when I heard it, I went down to Heather's house to where she was at, and I showed it to her, and I told her I heard it, and she said, just go ahead and go to the hospital. And that's when we left.
So the only times I'm really missing is from about 6 to 1. Y'all dance and watch movies from 6 p.m. to 1?
Mm-hmm.
Until you hurt your hand?
Yep.
Did y'all ever go outside the house?
Mm-mm.
Nobody saw y'all outside your house?
Nope.
Did you ever walk down the road to any of the trailers?
Nope.
Did Jessica?
Myself.
Huh?
The only thing Jessica was to leave, she would only go back to her house, and that was it, if she was to leave.
And that was at 6?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time she left?
Yep.
And then Mallory was with you?
Mm-hmm.
So none of y'all went outside till you hurt your hand, from about 5 p.m. till 1. Y'all were all inside your house?
Yep.
Was your mom there with you the whole time?
No, she was at the first trailer at Heather's house.
Your mom was at Heather's?
Mm-hmm.
What time did your mom wind up coming home?
I don't know, actually, because I was asleep once I came back from the hospital. I went in her room and I went to sleep. And then that's when I got woken up by the police and stuff.
So when you were so y'all were at the house by yourself, basically?
Hmm.
Just hanging out?
Yep.
Did you go next door to show Mom your hand?
Yeah, that's how we was able to go to the hospital when I messed it up. I went down to the first trailer and I showed my mom, and that's what she was like, just go ahead and drive yourself to the hospital.
Yeah. How did Jessica get home?
She just went home.
She walked home from your house to Inslee Street?
No, Mallory stayed the night. Jessica stays next door. She just went home next door when we left, when we came back from the hospital. Because she was going to stay the night, but we didn't have any room for her to sleep.
And Britnee, I apologize, but I missed, where do you go to school?
I go to Pine Forest High School.
You go to Pine Forest. We have information that you and Andrea, y'all,
Audreanna.
that y'all argued a lot
Mm-hmm.
and y'all fought. Your mom had to break you up one time. Is this true?
Yeah.
What was y'all fighting about?
I have the slightest idea. If you really want to know the truth, somebody else was there to fight her. We were outside to watch it. She gets mad and she tries to tase me.
Okay. And it's important that you really concentrate on what you're telling us, because it is on tape.
Mm-hmm.
Because your times are not adding up.
Okay.
Because you weren't there at your house between 6 and 1. We know that for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
You want to tell us where you were?
I was in the house.
Okay. We were there and you weren't there.
Well, that's where I've been at, besides at the hospital.
Was you driving your mother's car? And it was there too?
And it was where?
At the house, at your house?
It was with me when I was at the hospital.
At the house, so, I mean,
Yeah.
between 6 and 1 or whenever
Oh,
you,
yes.
it was there. Okay, now it wasn't there either when we were there.
It should have been because I was there.
We have Heather saying that the taser belonged to you.
Mm-hmm.
She's seen it at your house.
Okay.
Is this
No,
is this a truth or a lie?
it's a lie. Only time I've seen a taser was when Audreanna tried to tase me. That night, that day, Mom had to separate us.
And how long ago was that?
2 weeks ago. Something like that.
Is that when you almost had to fight on the porch?
Yeah.
And we have other people in the neighborhood saying that y'all fought all the time or argued all the time.
Oh, no. Because we really didn't speak anymore after that. So.
Oh, I thought y'all were good friends.
We were good friends at the beginning when she first moved there. We were good friends. And then we just stopped hanging out like that. And then after she tried to tase me, I wasn't really going over her house every day like how I used to. And we just wasn't really close like that. But we still talked. But at the beginning, we were close friends, but not no more.
Did y'all ever have a fist fight?
No.
Never did. Come close a couple of times?
Yes. Well, once. That one time.
Okay, let's get back to where you were between 6 and 1, because you weren't home.
Well, I don't know
And
where
here's
else I
why
could
it's
have been.
Brittany. Here's why it's important. I mean, we were out there all night.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, this ain't something we need to even ask anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important you tell us the truth about that, or something that minor. If you want to fib about that, you understand what we're saying?
Mm-hmm. But that's where I've been at the hospital. That's
Well,
it.
we know you went to West Florida Hospital,
Mm-hmm.
but you didn't stay.
Yeah. Because they were taking too long.
And so what time were you there?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that.
So you had to go someplace.
I only went
That was
to
after
West
1 o'clock
Florida.
after you talked with your mother?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because your mother said you come talk to her like at 10 o'clock at night, or 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. That's when your mother said you come over to the trailer, to Heather's trailer.
No,
Is your mother lying too?
no. It was around that time.
Around what time, Britney?
Around 9, and between 9 and 1. So I went and told
That's
my mom.
a long time. That's 4 hours.
Well, all I know is that I went to both of the hospitals. I came down there and told my mom broke my arm, and that it probably was broke. We went to West Florida. I had my friend Jessica do all the papers for me because I couldn't write. They were taking too long, so we went to the other one. And that's when we're just not
And you
getting
stayed
home.
there? You went immediately to the other one?
Mm-hmm. We went right to the other one from the West Florida hospital.
What other one?
The one by the mall. I don't know what it's called. That's the
Sacred
hospital
Heart.
we went to. Yeah.
And then how long do you have to wait there?
We were at Sacred Heart for a couple of hours. We were there for a couple of hours.
Okay, and what time you remember getting through there?
I know we left 5 o'clock in the morning.
You left at 5 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
All right. So we're just trying to put this timeline. You say you were at the trailer until 1 o'clock, and then you went to West Florida?
Mhm.
Is this true?
Yes.
And then from there you went to Sacred Heart?
Mhm.
Okay. We know that's not true.
Well, that's where I went, so
I mean, you weren't home.
then I was at the hospital.
No, you were at the hospital at 1 o'clock, you just said.
Mhm. At West Florida.
Where would you before that?
At home.
You know what time we picked your mother up? Like at 10 o'clock, maybe 11 o'clock. So we were at your trailer. Your mother went inside, got the title to the car.
Mhm.
You weren't there. The truck wasn't there.
Then I must have already been gone to the hospital. Because that's the only reason how I was able to get to the hospital, because I had to go get Jessica, because she knew the way. I don't know the way to the hospital.
So you went behind the trailer and got Jessica and went?
No, we already had Jessica with us, because she usually comes over whenever she sees us there. And I was just like, can you take me to the hospital? Yeah.
You said Jessica left your house at 6.
Mm-hmm.
And so you went back and got her?
No. After we came back to the house at 6, I was already fixed up and everything. And then that's when I was like, do you want to stay the night? She was like, I guess. I was like, well, someone's going to have to sleep on the floor because I don't have enough room. She was like, you know what, I'll just go home. And then I went to sleep. And that's when we just not waking up now.
Did you have a fight with Andrea last night? Did you have a fight with her?
No.
You didn't have a fight with her?
We were talking yesterday about the bike. I was like, where are you going with that big old bike on? Where are you going? She was like, I'm just going to go ride. And I was like, oh, okay.
But this was daylight.
Yeah. It was like as soon as I came home from my bus stop and I met Mallory, and Mallory came outside, it was still bright and everything.
Well, Brittany, it's not adding up. Because you go to your mother up there at Heather's around 10 o'clock. And there you go to the hospital. We have times.
Mm-hmm.
And then you leave after 20 minutes. So before 11 o'clock, you were
When we
already
left West Florida, we stayed in the parking lot for a minute, and then that's when we left to go to the other one by the mall.
gone. Right. So you leave there at 11 o'clock and you stay there for 20 minutes. So at 11:30, basically, you leave in West Florida Hospital, and you're at Sacred Heart until 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
I don't think even your mother even believes that.
Well, that's why I've been to those 2 hospitals, so that's it, really. To those 2 hospitals.
I mean, and you understand it. That type of stuff's pretty easy for us to check into.
Well, you can check into it because that's where I've been.
Because you wasn't there until at your house. You were gone.
Mm-hmm. I was already gone to the hospital.
You understand this girl may die? You understand that?
Now, yeah.
And we have one of your mother's friends, Heather,
Mm-hmm.
saying that you had the taser
Mm-hmm.
at your house.
which is a lie.
And you told us that you were at home until 1 o'clock. That was a lie.
No.
It was a lie. You went home till 1 o'clock. The vehicle wasn't there at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Let me see your hand again, please. Why don't you turn it over the other way, too? Where'd it get you at?
Right here in my little bone. My bone right here.
Are you right-handed or are you left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Let me see your other hand, too, please. You heard that hand, just this one. And your mother threw you the keys?
No.
Who threw you the keys?
Mallory.
Mallory did.
Brittany, how old are you again?
16.
Sometimes, and you're going to learn this, and you're still kind of young, but you're getting older. We make mistakes. I make mistakes every day. Okay? There's stuff that I do that I wish that I could take back, but I can't. But the most important thing is that we come in here and we correct our mistakes, and you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Good people, if you've done something wrong, or if you know somebody else has, may not be you. But if we've done something wrong, we come in here and we talk about it. And if you know anything, and let's get it and make it right. There's consequences now for mistakes that we make.
Mm-hmm.
I've done things in my life that's caused me grief, that I brought upon myself. Nobody else brought it upon me but me. Does that make any sense?
Mm-hmm.
But doesn't mean I'm a bad person because I did it, but I did do it. And because I did it, there was repercussions. But the most important thing is that I understand that it was my fault. And not somebody else brought that upon me. You understand what I'm saying, where I'm getting at? So if something happened, if you know something happened, if you were there, because the story you're telling us is not even close. So what I'm trying to tell you is, come in here and talk to us. Tell us what happened, what you saw, if something happened, and let's get it taken care of. Let's don't come in here making us have to drag it out of you and do this and that, because that's not what we want to do. We want to come in here and resolve this and get it taken care of the best way we can. We had somebody hurt badly. That's a good friend of yours, or has been in the past. If something happened, if y'all got into an argument, or if she got into an argument with your friend, whatever the case may be, talk to us. Your mom's here. She can listen too. And let's get this taken care of. But let's do the right thing. That's all I'm asking. Just do the right thing. Come in here and talk to us. Be a grown adult. Tell us what you saw or what you didn't see. And let's get this thing taken care of the best way we can instead of dragging this thing out all day. Because how this works, how this is going to happen, and this is my sergeant, we're going to talk to you. We're going to get this story. And we've already got most of it, okay? Because we worked till 4 or 5 this morning. Everything you tell us, we're going to go back and check to go along with the information that we already have. That's why we know that you're not telling us the truth now. So we can sit here all day and we can do this game, or we can come in here and talk, and we can do it the right way and get this done. And that's all I'm asking. You're a grown adult. You seem like a good person. Nobody's in here saying you're a bad person, but what we're saying is something bad happened to somebody that you know. And we feel like you know what happened.
And now's your opportunity to tell us.
And you sit here and you shrug your shoulders and do all that. That's not going to work out too well for you, Britnee.
I've been at the hospital, so I don't know what happened, if anything did happen.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to tell y'all.
We're going to go
That's
back,
it.
and we're going to check the times you got to Sacred Heart,
Okay.
and 'cause we already know what time he's at West Florida.
Mhm.
And so, and why would she say, Audrey, why would she say that you was in on beating her up? Why would she say that? Why would she put your name in it?
I really don't know, because we was talking that day,
I mean,
so I really don't
give
know.
us something. I mean, did she attack you and you had to fight her off or something? Or, I mean, why would she say that you jumped on her? I mean, if you had a fight, you know, and we need to know about it, you know, and she's older than you, and I don't know if she was getting the best of you or something, you know, just tell us something.
The only altercation we had was with the 2 weeks ago, and that was it.
Okay. Have you ever busted out her window in her trailer?
No.
Do you know how the window got busted in her
Her
trailer?
husband bust that window.
And how long ago was this?
3 months ago?
2 or 3 months ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Were you home when it happened?
Yes.
Did you see him busted out?
Mm.
Why would Heather say that you never came by the house, her house?
I don't know, because there's no way I would be able to take Mom's car without her permission anyways. So I wouldn't know why she would even say that. I wouldn't even try to take her car without her permission, without her knowing. So I don't know why she would say that.
Have you got your own keys to the car? Yes?
Mm.
Yes?
Yes.
So did you call your mom, or did you go over there to
I
the
went
trailer?
to the first trailer.
Well, what happened when it went to the trailer?
Went to the first trailer. She came out on the porch, and I was like, Mom, look, I hurt my hand. It's swelling up, and I think I broke it. And then she was like, okay, well, just go to the hospital. Just drive yourself. And I was like, okay.
And then you had your 2 girlfriends with you then?
Mm.
Yes.
Yes. I'm sorry.
And they had been with you the whole night?
They what?
And they had been with you the whole night?
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling the truth, and Heather is telling a lie? Yes?
Yep.
Was there gas in the car?
Yes.
You didn't have to stop and get any gas?
No.
Did y'all stop and get a Coke or anything to drink before y'all got to the emergency room? Nothing?
Mm-mm. I was in too much pain. I was trying to get to where I had to go.
Why did you think it was going to take longer at West Florida than at Sacred Heart? Because you were only there 20 minutes.
Because they were taking so long to call me in. And I was in a lot of pain. I wanted to get them to call me in right then and there.
And then from West Florida, y'all were in the parking lot for how long?
We was in the parking lot for about an hour or 2.
But you're hurting,
Yeah.
and you need to be taken care of. You see where I'm getting at?
Yeah, but you can check the video camera showing when we left out of the hospital, how we just sat there in the hospital.
In the parking lot of
Yeah.
the hospital, inside the car?
Yes.
Rather than waiting in the hospital to get work fixed.
Because you'd already been seen
Mhm.
by then. By the time y'all get through sitting in the car.
That's where he was at. I mean, you can go get their video cameras and it'll show that's exactly where he was at.
So y'all sit out there for about an hour in the parking lot doing nothing. What were y'all doing?
Nothing. That's exactly what we were doing.
Well, you were in
Trying to
pain,
get in
though.
contact
You
with
were in
my
pain.
mom.
You were in too much pain to wait at West Florida for
Mhm.
20 minutes, but yet you're going to sit in the parking lot for 2 hours. Brittany, that don't make a lot of sense.
That's what we did though. You can check the videos because that's really what we did.
How were you trying to get in contact with your mom?
Up on the cell phone, but I didn't have any current numbers.
Your cell phone?
No, I don't have any minutes.
Whose phone were you using?
Mallory's.
Mallory's? What's her phone number?
I really don't know. I'm sorry.
And what number were you calling? Give me the number you were calling to try to get her.
I was calling 281-3456.
3456. Is that your mom's phone number or something?
That's Heather's.
Heather's?
Well, it doesn't work anymore though. It's been disconnected, but that's the number that I thought was hers.
That's what you were trying to call.
Hmm.
What were you going to try to tell her?
I was trying to tell her that we're waiting too long at the other hospital, so we're gonna go to the one up by the mall. But couldn't get no contact with her.
Well, Heather had her phone here, so Heather's got a phone.
Hmm. Yeah, I know she has a phone. I just don't know her current number.
That's Darren's number. Usually if she could try to get a hold of me, she'll call Darren's number, Heather's husband. But he doesn't have any minutes on his phone.
The phone she had last night had minutes on
Yeah,
it.
that's her phone.
Okay, but we don't know her number.
All our numbers are in our phones. Caller IDs.
So you wait there for hour and a half, 2 hours. Then you go straight to Sacred Heart from that parking lot.
I asked Mallory, I was like, well, do you know where the other one is? And we were making sure we knew exactly where it was at before we go, because we didn't have a lot of gas. So we didn't want to get lost and then run out of gas or something. And that's when we went to the other one up by the mall.
How'd y'all make sure y'all knew where it was?
Because Mallory, she just knew where it was. Jessica's the one that took us to West Florida, and Mallory was the one that took us to.
So then Mallory said, hey, I can get you to Sacred Heart.
And that's when we were like, are you sure? Because we don't have a lot of gas to be trying to get lost. And that's when she was like, I do. I was like, okay. And that's when we just left.
And y'all never had to stop for gas? What about this morning when you were going home from the hospital, from Sacred Heart?
No, we didn't have to put no gas in it.
Did you have to stop anywhere?
Mm-mm.
So did you eat anything?
No, I haven't ate.
So from what I'm gathering, from about 6 last night to about 6 in the morning, you haven't had nothing to drink or eat?
Nope. Mm.
Come on, Britney.
I've been trying to lose weight, so I really don't eat a lot. I mean, it's the truth. I really don't eat like I used to.
You know what the first thing I'm going to do if I'm having to sit at the emergency room because I know I'm going to be there for a while, and your mom's going to do the same thing? I'm going to go get me a bottle of water or a drink. I might not get no food,
We didn't
but I'm
even
going
have
to get...
any money, so how was we been able to buy anything? We didn't have any money.
That may be true.
We didn't have any money.
You didn't have any problems being treated by the doctor, being a juvenile, without having your mother there?
Did we have any problems?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of problems did you have?
They had to call my mom, get in contact with my mom, and tell her that they wanted to talk to my mom, and they said that they need her permission to treat me.
Okay.
And they talked to me walking up Fairfield Street. They called Jessica's mom, and Jessica's mom talked to Heather's husband to get Heather's phone number. And they talked to us walking up Fairfield Street. She asked me my name, my date of birth, And was it okay to treat
Okay.
Britney?
And this is roughly 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Whatever time it was, they let us out of here because we walked across the street to a juvenile because the cops said that Britney was here and that they were talking to her here. When they let us out, I was like, well, where's my baby at? And then they said that she wasn't here. So that's when we walked across the street to juvenile. Juvenile said that she wasn't there. And as we were walking out, Jessica's mom called and said that they were at the hospital. And as we started walking up to Crystal's, that's the name of the place, and that's when the hospital called. And she asked me my name, and I thought they said her name, so I was like, Britnee Angelique Miller. And it was like, well, there's two of you. And I was like, you asked me for her name, right? And she said, no, what's your name? So then I gave her my name and my date of birth. And that's when we were walking up Fairfield.
Now, how did you get home?
We walked.
All the way back to Inslee?
Yes, sir.
Goodness.
They put us out the door and slammed it to the trailer park.
So it took you a couple hours to get home?
Yeah, more than a couple hours, and it was cold.
And so, Brittany, if you leave West Florida, 10:30 at the latest. That's when you left
Left out of the,
West Florida, yeah.
yes.
And you sit out there in the parking lot for 2 hours, and then you go to Sacred Heart. How many hours that is? That's 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6 hours. And you didn't call your mama at all?
Couldn't get in contact with her. That's the only number I kept calling. We didn't get in contact with her until we was at the other hospital. Or Sacred Heart.
And, Mom, you didn't know that she's going to have problems at the hospital?
No, she's been to the hospital before without me. Usually when we go to the hospital, she'll end up saying, well, I'm ready to go. I don't want to stay. So I stopped going with her to the hospital. I don't like sitting in there and then she don't go. You know, she decides she want to leave. But this, once before, I don't remember what the last time she went for, but they had to talk to me, you know, ask me again, was it okay to treat her? I forgot what that was for.
Asthma attack.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay. Well, let us step out here just for a minute, and we'll be right back.
Turn this off. This is Investigator Robert Guy. We took about a 10 to 12 minute break. We're back on recording. All right, with Britnee Miller. She's gonna take some pictures, okay? And then we're gonna get a buccal swab from you. You know what a buccal swab is? Your mom gave one last night. Just some Q-tips. We're gonna rub in your mouth, just like an elimination thing. Try to eliminate you, okay? Is that all right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It won't take but just a second. We're gonna have to take off the jacket too, so she can get some good pictures.
Okay.
Okay, and then just hold, well, one of your hands out as much as you can. And then flip them over. Okay. You can sit back down.
If you don't mind, before you put that jacket back on, let me see this on real quick.
I have eczema.
What is that? I'm not familiar with it.
That's been scratching.
Oh,
Skin
I-
condition.
Scratch a lot. You need some water or anything?
No.
You need some water, Mom?
Okay, and is this your,
Britnee.
Britnee? Okay, and your middle name?
Angelique.
Angelique.
Lique.
And your last name Miller?
Mm-hmm.
And what's your date of birth?
6/2/93.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these swabs and I'm going to rub inside on the left side of your cheek, then on the right side of your cheek, and then on both. And then that'll be... I'll do this one. And then just set it down. Yeah, that's good. Okay, thank you.
Brittany, when you go home today, where are you gonna be? Where are you gonna be at in case we need to contact you again?
Home.
At your trailer there? You gonna be there most of the day if we need to get in touch with you?
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna walk her out, okay? And I'll be right back.
Thank you.
And we're gonna start recording one more time. All right, this is Investigator Robert Guy. Took another short break, and I'm back in the interview room again with Britnee Miller and her mother. Yes, ma'am.
A couple of weeks ago when Britnee and Audreanna had the altercation, and Audreanna had called the police and told the police that Britnee had blacked her eye, but she didn't mention anything about a window being broke. But also earlier before that, Audreanna had told Children and Family Services that her husband had blacked her eye and her husband had broke her window. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we were getting blamed for stuff long before this even happened.
Right. Y'all have had problems with this girl.
Yeah. But you know, like I was
We
telling the
understand
other
that.
officer, Audreanna wasn't Audreanna. She had somebody helping her, which
What do you mean helping her?
I believe, and like I told Audreanna yesterday when we were at my house talking, I was asking her, I said, where did everything go wrong? You know, because at first, in the beginning, we all used to hang, well, actually, her and my daughter started hanging out before me and Audreanna started hanging out. Then when when my daughter started getting boyfriends, then, you know, me and Audreanna started hanging out. And when this boy, Andre Smith, came in the picture, which I tried to warn her about, wanted to just turn her house into a drug spot. Okay, and then eventually he was telling me everything he was planning on doing. He was telling me that next he was going to try and have his play crazy at the work release place and have through his Social Security, and then have them to release him and to be on like the home monitor or a leg monitor to be at the house. Okay, so when they got into when Britney and Audreanna got into the altercation that day, when the taser, the first time we seen the taser, Audreanna wasn't trying to go get a taser. Her and Britney was just arguing. He told her
He told her to go get it.
Yeah, he told her to go get that thing. She went and got it. She acted like she didn't even know how to use the thing, but you could hear it clicking, like she had it on, okay? And then we didn't see no more of it, no more, okay? So then, later on that night, I said, okay, that's how they want to play. They want to play dirty. He want to go and tell her to get a taser thing and try to tase my baby, okay? So that's when I called to work release. And I told work release that Andre wasn't at work and that he was hanging out at the trailer park, and that's when everything got heated up right then and there.
'Cause he got ticked off.
Yeah. And Heather had told me that some guy named Pooh was supposed to be coming to get me and Brittany. She kept saying, you need to get Brittany out of the house. You need to get Brittany out of the house. No, we ain't do nothing. We ain't going nowhere, right?
Mhm.
So I guess that next morning when Mr. when Andre didn't come to the house, Audreanna went to the people's house on the opposite side of us and used the phone over there. And when she used the phone over there, one of the lady's daughters, she got like 7 or 8 kids. One of her daughters had texted Brittany's phone when Brittany had minutes on her phone and said that Audriana's over here. And she's saying that your mama, called the police and had Andre locked up, which I knew that I did that. But Officer Morale over at the Brook Release place, he said that he was going to make it seem like where it didn't come from me. So Heather is cool with Andre, okay? And that's how her and Audrianna became a little bit closer, you know what I'm saying? So I said, well, Heather, I said, at least if I can get Heather to hear, from the officer morale person that I wasn't the one who did it, then, maybe all this stuff would die down. So I called him ahead of time before she could, get to the phone. And I said, everybody's saying now that I'm a stitch and that I had where Andre could be locked up in jail. And Audriana's going around telling everybody that. So he said, well, I said, my neighbor, she's going to be down here in a few minutes, and I just want you to tell her that it wasn't me. Because me and Brittany, it's just me and Brittany here. We don't have no family or nothing here. We've been here since August in Pensacola, Florida, since August. And we've been out there in that trailer park since when? Maybe September?
September, October.
Okay. Audriana wasn't even out there then. But, so when Heather got on the phone, the officer morale guy told her that he didn't get arrested because of what somebody supposed to have told him, that because he had never talked to me before. That's the way he made it seem to her, that he had never talked to me before. He got in trouble because he refused to take a UA, whatever, a drop, I guess, or whatever. So I'm like, well, okay, well, maybe that'll stop everything. So me and Heather was walking to Heather's house, which is the first trailer. So I said, Heather, there go Audriana. Go tell Audriana what you heard the officer guy say. And I know she walked up to her to say something, but I didn't exactly hear what she said. But that's the go between them.
Heather, like the mediator kind of. Did you talk to Audriana last night?
Yesterday, me and Audriana talked. Yesterday morning, there was a white guy came over to my house. What is that white dude that be coming over there to the house with the muscle dude? We be getting high together.
Mike, Chris. There are like 2 right now.
I think his name is James. I think he was using all kind of names. But anyway, he was over to my house yesterday morning, and we was getting high, okay? Audriana was over there with us, me and him and Audriana. We was over there smoking crack at my house yesterday.
Hold on just a second. Go ahead. Yeah. Temple. All right. Yeah. So it's just a mess, wasn't it?
Yeah. But like I was telling the guy yesterday, Audriana was never like, going around like the way she is now. Well, the way she was. Everything that happened to Audriana yesterday, me and her was talking in my living room when Heather wasn't around. It seemed like when Heather's not around that we could talk. But when Heather do come around, it's like she get rocks in her jaws and just get real mouthy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Where'd y'all move down from?
Illinois.
From Illinois?
My best friend lives down here.
Oh, you just come down here to be around her? Where she live?
Well, we don't know where she live at now. She moved. She got a girlfriend, so she kicked us to the curb where her girlfriend thought me and her were
Hooking
going
up.
together.
All right. What were you wearing last night? Yesterday?
That's this.
Huh?
This.
Same clothing? You haven't changed at all? Did you wear that to school?
Mm-mm.
What'd you
I
wear?
got in the shower when I got home from school and I put this on.
What'd you wear to school? Is it at your
And
house?
it's all black. No, it's at the cleaners right now. We got our clothes washed.
When did y'all do that?
And as soon as I came home from school, that was the first thing we did when Mallory came over.
Is there any dirty clothes at your house now?
Mm-mm.
None?
We dropped everything off at Wasco's.
At Wasco's?
Yep.
Yesterday evening?
Mm-hmm. About what time?
4. Probably.
Or something?
Is it still there? Have y'all picked it up yet?
Mm-mm.
It's still there.
Okay. All right. If we went back out to your place, would you mind if we come in there and looked around and see if there's any clothes?
Go ahead.
Y'all don't mind?
Mm-mm.
Okay, we might do that, okay? We're gonna get the same guy who brought y'all here, take y'all back. You have any more questions for me before I let y'all leave? You sure?
Have anybody heard anything about Audreanna?
She's in bad shape.
What's wrong with her? Like,
Bad shape. Well, and we're not gonna sell all that, I think you know, but
No, we don't. We don't know.
she's in bad shape.
When you guys came to the house yesterday, searching around Audreanna's house, Darren, Heather's husband, he had said, I wonder did she have a little boy that's like real hyper, and he's always doing something to the little girl. She got scratches and stuff all in her face. He was saying that he had thought that that little boy had got a hold of that taser and had tased his sister. We didn't know what the hell y'all was doing over there yesterday.
Right. Shot as anybody else, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Again, any other questions before we get out of here? And you're going to be at home in case we need to contact you again?
mm-hmm.
Okay. And let's do this. Raise your right hand if you don't mind. Do you swear that everything you said is the truth and nothing but the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And at this time, it's going to conclude our interview.